Hello there. Been a little while, but still alive, still running, still doing races. Don't think I've posted a video since my Cocodona back in May, but have a 50K tomorrow, Copper Corridor 50K over in Superior, which is a little bit east of Phoenix. So today we're out here in Cave Creek at the Spur Cross Ranch doing a little shakeout, if you can call a 11.5 mile run with 3,000 feet of climb a shakeout, but that's what we're doing. We are going to the top of Skull Mesa, which I believe is that mesa right there. So we're about 2.5 miles in. A lot of this first part was flat and runnable. Had about 4 creek crossings, so my feet got a little wet, but they're pretty much all dry. But I think from here on out, it's gonna be mostly power hiking, and I'll run the sections that I can. But I'm expecting this to be a very rocky, gnarly climb. And speaking of gnarly, I saw a bobcat like 20 minutes ago down there. I don't know if you can see where the creek is. We crossed that a few times, so the trail is kind of paralleling the creek. But I'm running and see something in front of me, and there have been a few horses on this trail, so you know, I heard something and I figured it was a horse, but got closer, nope, it was a bobcat. And so I backed away, just gave it space, and it was actually hunting something. So it was near the creek, so it kind of like proud, and it caught something in its mouth. I think it was a rabbit, but I got some pictures, so I'll take a closer look later. But that was a little freaky. It's super cool to see. Never seen a bobcat before, so now I can check that off the list. You just never know what you're gonna see or run into out here in the Wild West. So anyway, I'm basically just recording this just to kind of get practice filming again, because I do want to film my race tomorrow. So you can see Skull Mesa, where we're going. And we should be there in about 3 miles, but there's a lot of vert in those 3 miles. So I'm gonna try to knock this climb out, and we will check in along the way. So we're about 4.5 miles in now, so we should be about a mile away from the top, maybe a little bit more. We're kind of winding around here. You can see, I still think that's Skull Mesa behind me, but I'm not positive because I've never been here before. But this is kind of a neat area. We're just coming along here. We were climbing for a while, it kind of flattened out, and it's just like beautifully green here. I mean, look at all that grass. I don't know if it's because of all the rain we've had lately, but yeah, just super pretty. Nice contrast to all the rockiness, and then all of a sudden you burst out and see all this green. It's pretty cool. So it looks like we are winding around here. I think we're heading up that way, but we'll find out here shortly. No more bobcat sightings, so that's good. But yeah, I just want to show you guys that, and we'll finish this climb out and check in from the top. So here's something pretty cool. We just came down over this little dried out wash here. Look up there, see that? Middle of these two saguaros, that is a crested saguaro. how it doesn't have a straight spine going up, how it's kind of morphed into a bunch. They have one on display at the Phoenix Botanical Garden, but I think this is my first time actually seeing one out in the wild. So it's super cool. They say about 1 in every 200,000 saguaros are crested. And it's just like some kind of mutation as they grow their arms out that causes them to get that way. But scientists actually don't know exactly why they form like that. There's theories, but it's not actually known. So that's pretty cool, seeing a crested saguaro out here. First time for me seeing one in the wild. Pretty neat. So we just came through this gate. It's kind of weird seeing this up here because pretty much haven't seen any signs of life for a long time. And it looks like we've been following the Maricopa Trail, which is like a 400 some mile trail that loops around Maricopa County. But it looks like now we're getting off Maricopa Trail, heading up to Skull Mesa Trail, 248. So it looks like that is where we're going, that mesa up there. My watch says 4.85 miles right now. So I'm, according to all trails, which that's usually kind of hit or miss, it said this was 11.5 round trip. So going by that would be about 5.75 to get to the top. But it kind of looks like it's a little further than a mile, but we'll see. But look at those views. I mean, you want to talk about solitude out here. And I'm impressed, like, for how isolated this trail is. It's very well maintained, like not overgrown at all, very easy to follow. So kudos to whoever the volunteers are that work on these trails here. But this has been awesome so far. I'm looking forward to getting to the top and checking out the views. We'll see you then. Nearing the top of this climb, you can see kind of how high up we are. Pretty amazing. And there's the edge of the mesa right there. So this has been awesome. We should be at the top here in a few minutes. Look at that. Well, we've reached the top, marked by this 4x4 post, but here we are, top of Skull Mesa, and look at that. That's amazing. A lot of things you can see from up here, so I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, but straight ahead I can see the parking lot where we parked. Beyond the hills this way, it's kind of hazy out, but you can actually see Phoenix. You can see the city skyline from up here, and then over there, that's actually the town of Cave Creek. Over here, kind of in between that divot, those are the Superstition Mountains. And so there's kind of one little spike where I'm pointing to, that's Weaver's Needle. And then right to the right of that, that's Flatiron Peak. About probably 60 miles east. You can see it clearly, pretty amazing. Behind us, we have the Bradshaw Mountains. And if we were to keep following them this way, we would eventually run into Prescott, which is just incredible that you can see all this from up here. It's just awesome. Apparently, I was reading online, there's some like Indian ruins up here that you can go to, but from what I read, at least, it's a little bit further than what we want to do today. So I'm just at 6 miles, so we're gonna be at 12 round trip. And I wanna say it's another at least 3 miles to get to those ruins, and it's kind of overgrown and you bushwhack a little bit. But again, this trail was very well marked, very well kept, very easy to follow. And for being such an isolated trail, that's pretty amazing. It's pretty cool looking at all the saguaros from up top. Just look at that. You can see the creek that we crossed, where I saw the bobcat. Man, I could stay up here for hours. But do have to get back before dark, which we should be fine. It's 4 o'clock right now, so we have like 2.5 hours. I'm hoping to be done with this run like an hour and a half-ish. I can make up some more time going down, even on the technical descents. So, top of Skull Mesa, pretty amazing. Approaching Cave Creek, so almost time for the feet to get wet again. So this is hard to make out, but it looks like we're here. We followed this trail and cut up here for Skull Mesa, but you can see all the other trails. Pretty amazing. I'm sure a lot of those are, like I said, up at the top, more bushwhacking. But the Skull Mesa trail was awesome. So we're that way. So yeah, there we go. Whew. Oh yeah. Just got these shoes yesterday, so in between the 8 both ways creek crossings today and the many creek crossings at the Copper Corridor 50K tomorrow, they're gonna be well worn in by the end of the weekend, which is awesome. All right, praying for no bobcat sighting on the way back. Hopefully it got its lunch earlier and it's off to wherever it lives. More creek crossings. Try to stay somewhat dry over here, but yeah. One more. One more crossing. This one's not so dramatic. Feet can stay dry. And it looks like this trail? Yeah, just a little bit overgrown. All right. We've passed the bobcat sighting area. So I think we're in the clear. Oh, is that pretty? Yeah, this way. Cool. So a little less than a mile and a half and we'll be done. All right, made it back. Official totals, 12.06 miles, 29.53 feet of climb, just over 3 hours for the run. So pretty incredible out here. Spur Cross Ranch, the Skull Mesa, you can see it right there. Also some other great trails out here, Elephant Mountain, a few other ones that I saw. Definitely like to come back and check out. So thanks for following along. Make sure to follow me on Strava. And 50K tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that video too. See you guys.